I'm Kate Pahachik. I am the Director of Solutions Engineering at Illuminate. I was in a school district helping lead their MTSS initiative in this particular school district, and we decided to take a really broad lens view of what MTSS meant to us. So we ended up doing a survey of parents, of community members, of students, of teachers, of all the staff, and said, what is the biggest barrier to learning that our students are struggling with? This was in a suburban school district that saw themselves very different than an urban school district in terms of their problems. And the issue that ended up getting highlighted through that was hunger, that hunger was the biggest issue and was acting as a barrier to learning for our kids. So we decided to put a 3-tiered system of supports in place to address the hunger issue in our district. Nobody had done that really before, so we didn't have a guide to follow, but we decided we were going to put it in place. We followed the MTSS premise. Let's start with Tier 1. So for Tier 1 supports for hunger, we ended up getting free breakfast. We got a grant to get free breakfast for all students, not just students that were in a title school that had a really large free reduced lunch population, but for all. And it doesn't mean everybody took it, but it was provided for all, which is what good Tier 1 instruction is, something that you do for all. Then we moved to our students who had a more intensive need than other students and created a targeted group intervention in the form of a free snack for them to take home at the end of the day. So we knew every day those kids in that group were getting what they needed at least to eat something between when one day ended and the next. Tier 3 intensive need, we identified students who were eating little to nothing between Friday and Monday when they came back. And so we didn't know how to address that problem internally. We didn't have the money for it. We didn't have the idea, but right down the street was a food shelf that was trying to find families in need, but didn't have access to the families because transportation is such an issue. We had the students, they had the resource, we paired them, and we ended up creating a backpack program. So we would send our students home on Fridays with backpacks of food that the food shelf had put together so that those students and their families had food to eat between Friday and Monday. So in the end, we measured the success of our program through academic growth for those students. It's really important that schools remember that's their job. Their job is to address the barriers to learning, but that learning is the goal. And so we saw major growth with those students that were put through that set of interventions. And then we decided to scale that up to the next problem the next year. But it was combining our efforts with the community that made it possible.